So after the last few years of my life and me needing and having to deal with a lot of shadow work, and I know that I don't want to give the wrong impression to people when I say shadow work, because I know that a lot of people, especially where I come from in my past, a lot of people would, like, if you say you're a darkness, they would be like, you are Satan, evil, and they would freak out and like, oh my god. And I'm attacking that straight mentality because I'm trying to make you understand. When I speak about death or when I speak about darkness, I'm speaking about the person that embodies the darkness usually does it out of compassion so that you do not have to. Jesus died on a cross, went through an extreme amount of pain and suffering so that you can be the light. Same concept. Many people that embody a certain darkness, but there's a difference. There's an evil darkness. There's a darkness wanting to, like a monstrous darkness, a very destructive, self-destructive, even killing animal darkness. But I'm looking at it from a different perspective, a higher understanding, compassionate understanding of what darkness is. Death can be a beautiful process. Why do I say so? Because every time you die is an opportunity to be reborn. That's what I've noticed. So I go through this deep, dark time, and then the light comes out. And the intuition, the knowing of the dark of the dark, the light of the light has become more prevalent. But when you start to see that, you also start to look for a more equanimous way of dealing with it. And you naturally become more equanimous when dealing with it. You just start to observe it. It's just an experience. And if I had a choice, even though I enjoy it, for me, I've opened my mind to a lot of spiritual stuff, and I would speak about it every single day, the whole day. But because I enjoy it, and most people will not. So most people are not interested in stuff like that. But I enjoy it. And so I consider myself someone who does work with the shadow, who's willing to go into the darkness. Not always, but I understand that, that's where the most benefit, not for myself, but for the greater good, is done if I dive into the darkness and I transmute it. Meaning, also the association I've been adding to the Holy Spirit is the source of creation, of rebirth. In Hinduism, you get Brahma, the Brahman, and I'm not sure, Shiva, and I'm not sure exactly, I need to refresh, but I know the Shiva could be the death, the process of destruction and death, and then the Brahman is the process of rebuilding. And that's what you could add to the Holy Spirit and Jesus and the light. And it's about the process of rebuilding, of coming the light form. And a lot of the times, if you are destined, or if you go through a deep, dark time in your life, it's simply like a death. It doesn't mean look, this physical body usually lives up to 70 years. If you look well after it, if you keep yourself physically healthy, it will last you a long time. Energy does have an influence, but if you're not excessive with the way that you use your energy, just use it normally, the body will last that long. So you don't have to worry about physical death, because that's what we fear, physical death. Don't worry about that. Physical death, don't worry about that. Especially if you are calm and meditative and peaceful, or even just healthy in some way, shape or form. Don't worry about physical death. I'm going to die, because that's where fear comes from. It's physical death. I'm speaking about a spiritual death. Sometimes it feels like your soul is being completely ripped out of you, and that's okay. It gets ripped out, and then the law, universal law, is that things will get rebuilded. So it breaks down, it dies, it's gross and dirty and sometimes so painful and just want to cry. But that happens so that the rebuilding process can happen again. And then you'll feel when it's very light, it almost becomes so light that you're not enjoying it anymore. And then the natural law of nature is to start breaking itself down so that it can rebuild again. And that's the very fundamental law that we are living by. So when I speak about death, don't fear or don't let it bring up that. I'm speaking about death as a law. I'm speaking about darkness as a law. Because I myself have seen that I don't enjoy the darkness. But what if I can learn to enjoy that? And the light. Enjoy both. Not creating aversions. But in this world, people averse the darkness. So I'm attacking the darkness and being like, you know what? Darkness is a good thing to awakening people. Not evil. Malicious animal, not that killing thing. More just the understanding of death and then rebirth. Dealing with evil and stuff like that, that's a different topic. Because you do get people that become sick within themselves. A lot of the times, what my intuition is telling me now is like when it goes into the darkness and you get stuck there, then it becomes sickness. Then it becomes, but you want the darkness to move past, you want to rebuild again. So let it go through it. Don't ignore it. You're going through it. You're going through a full-on death. Okay, so go through it. But don't get stuck there, because when you get stuck there, it's depression, suicidal thoughts, deep, dark stuff. And I'm all for how can I go through that, because I have been. Go through that and see the light on the other end. See how that is, eventually. Now I'm starting to, I went through a stage where I couldn't even trust being by myself because I just wanted to kill myself. Now it's different. Now I trust myself. Now because I've gone through darkness and light and observed this play in myself and how I build things, and because of that, now there's a bit more of an understanding. This is just temporary. It's not just an idea, because I always told myself like this is just temporary, it will pass. But now there's a knowing from within my heart that when I go through it, it's temporary. And still I'm very much childish. I still want to kill myself sometimes, and I still want to do this, but there's a little bit more of a trust, and that trust is building with time. And hopefully eventually I can embody a lot of light, so that you can have a positive effect on hopefully something.